Talk about fracking. I moved down here from New York State 5 years ago, and fracking was a major concern because of all the things that were happening in Pennsylvania and elsewhere. So I was with a group of other people that were very much against fracking because we knew the problems that it would cause. And in New York State, individual communities were trying to pass a resolution banning fracking. And they did. It finally went to the New York State Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court says, yes, individual communities can ban it. So that was the start of the downfall of fracking in New York State. But why in the world would they want to do it here in Florida? It makes no sense. One of our friends that are part of the Treasure Coast Progressive Alliance, too, is going around to quite a few counties in Florida trying to get a resolution that says they want the county to ban fracking. And we've got quite a few of them. I wish he was here, he could talk more about it, but he's not. But anyway, there are some very major concerns that a lot of people have with fracking. One of them is the fact that it's causing earthquakes. Earthquakes in Oklahoma and Texas, destroying communities in Pennsylvania where people don't have drinking water anymore. And if they do it here in Florida, we can suffer the same problems because when they do fracking, it's pouring a lot of chemicals that they don't disclose what these chemicals are. And they're cancer causing in quite a few cases. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they're taking the wastewater from fracking, running it through their water treatment plant, and people are using it for their drinking water. And it's adding benzene, which is a carcinogen, causing cancer. So that makes no sense. One other thing too, in California where they're doing fracking, there's a big storage facility near Los Angeles. Toxic methane gas has been escaping from this since October 23rd. 110,000 tons of methane will be spilled from this place by the end of January. 2,500 families have been relocated as a result. 2 schools have closed. Over 1,700 air complaints. And it's equal to 1/4 of all the California methane emissions from all sources. So why would they want to do it here in Florida? It makes no sense. Sharon?
I just have a couple quick comments. Our legislature is very sneaky. We have a House Bill 191 and Senate Bill 318. Both of those are moving forward, and they are very dangerous to bring fracking to our state. In parts of those bills, they are trying to take away the county's right to the resolutions that we've already passed. We've passed ban resolutions in all 3 of our counties. We have 25 resolutions per county, and we had a lobbyist from Tallahassee that's down here. She's an environmental lobbyist, and she quoted that 88% of the bans, that 88% of the legislature has bans in their communities.
Question, and you're probably talking about the same thing because somebody from the House and the Senate went and filed these bills to make it so so all our community bans on fracking would be null and void, and the state would be in charge of everything.
Right.
So what can we do to make sure that those don't pass?
Well, the lobbyist we have in Tallahassee has already been able to get us an environmental lawyer, because what we're going to have to end up doing is there's going to have to be litigation at some point. What happens is they will probably pass the bills, but if they pass the bills and take the power away from the counties will litigate, because you can't do that to local governments and get away with it. I mean, we have so many county bans right now, and they don't want it in their communities. So that is our only recourse at this point.
Yeah, the bill that they're talking about passing is for regulating fracking. The BP oil spill also was regulated. This toxic methane in California was regulated. So what's the difference? Accidents and disasters can happen.